It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up next is the Commanders. Creative.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive.
And a short pickup to about the 25. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. The play fake. Carrington.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game.
And a look at the man under center. Now in his 8th season in the National Football League.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time, and he got his respect. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. And look, he was great, not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about let's take that forward now. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
On 3rd down, Whitfield.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Whitfield. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little bit improvised, as we just saw there.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
Operating from the gun, Whitfield. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game. It will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after for a pickup of 5 or 6.
2nd and 5.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it.
And the Commanders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. A nice game there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got to...
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders.
It's the fullback. His first touchdown of the year.
And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And he returns this to the 22.
Well, the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to cut the throwing lanes?
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
It's Myers again with another catch. You talk about this Washington defense.
We know they're going to be tough to throw on top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. First down, and they go back to Harris.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 8.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught by Jackson.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Now they fake the jet sweep there and a run instead with Harris.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Back to throw. Carrington toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carrington. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Off-play action. Carrington to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down, Carrington. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Throwing to start the drive. Whitfield. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. Here's a 2nd and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. On 2nd down now, Shelby. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Now 3rd down and 7. Looking to throw. Whitfield. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week, punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded at the 43. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever. Back to throw. Carrington. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So this play, until recently, only something you probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk, Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
Looking to throw. Whitfield. His pass caught at the 4. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
And they'll run again. And this time he's not going anywhere. In fact, he'll lose yardage back to the 3.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Minnesota now ready for their next possession.
Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And he's going to get his guys another 1st down. Back-to-back good runs to start the drive. This one 13 yards.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Carrington. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field is halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, and he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They run for it with Harris. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th.
And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand.
Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance.
And a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. And now out comes Minnesota. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, That's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Looking to throw on second down. Whitfield, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. They'll run on first down. Shelby breaks a tackle, and he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Shelby, and he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back to throw. Whitfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 1st and 10, Carrington. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw again.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 65 yards.
And the Vikings are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. One final possession for the Commanders in this opening half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top.
As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And it's the Bears who have the lead. The Bears trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we head up to MetLife Stadium to check on the Jets. And this one going the visitors' way, as the Texans have the lead in that one. The Texans seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Panthers trying to hold on and claim victory. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter.
Okay, ready?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On second down, Shelby give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They'll keep it on the ground. Shelby, he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced the punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Looking to throw. Carrington. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Back to throw. Carrington. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 23. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here is Washington now to take over.
They were winners a week ago against Buffalo, and they lead here with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Whitfield. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On 1st down, Shelby. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Shelby.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run on 1st down. Shelby. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was up.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Harris.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Carrington.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at the 33. Shreds him with a stiff arm. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now here's a throw that's complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
From the gun on third down. Whitfield. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 22. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Back to throw again. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
At the 13-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Back to throw. Whitfield. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are able to add on to that lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because in the back of the end zone, never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And now out comes Minnesota.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his load a rest.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Looking to throw. Carrington. He finds his man complete. That's Walton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They run on first down with Jackson.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll throw here, hauled in. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. To throw on third down, Carrington. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that lead is back down to 9 now.
Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Throwing on first down, Whitfield. And his throw here is incomplete.
The ball was tipped and fell incomplete, but it was tipped up in the air, so the guys on defense, they had to feel like that was a big opportunity, and it was missed. They needed a play to help turn things around a little bit. Ball's in the air. Can they rally to it and get it? On that play, they weren't able to. They'll take the ball batted away, but boy, they missed a big chance there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Whitfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first down, Whitfield. Man open left side, it's Williams. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
From the 48-yard line, here's second down.
At their 48-yard line.
Looking to throw. Whitfield. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And this offense on third down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Whitfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On 1st and 10, Whitfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now a handoff up the middle. Shelby. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to make 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Now this is going to be a quarterback draw.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
And goal at the 8-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call but no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows that throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Vikings head out to take over once again.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
Looking to throw. Carrington. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he is caught. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Carrington. That's caught by Myers.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40.
Back to throw. Carrington. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
And the Commanders are going to have it here just past the 25. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
The Washington offense set to take over. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
2nd and 6. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Off the bootleg. Whitfield. Caught left side. Williams. And he goes out right around the 39. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout on 2nd down now. Shelby.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On third down, Whitfield. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on third down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on to kick it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. He finds his man, complete. It's Walton.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good